This is Shawn and Sue's podcast on 92.7 WOBM.
The Ocean County Breakfast Show with Shawn Michaels and Sue Moss.
Ocean County's best variety. 92.7 WOBM.
Hey, it's Shawn and Sue once again. Time for our latest podcast. And Sue, we're getting set to head into the full-blown holiday season now. Are you ready?
I am so ready. How
You're
about
ready
you?
for it? I think so. The weather is getting cold. And,
Okay, yeah, no.
You know, Jack Frost is dipping
Not
at
ready
your
for
nose.
That. Jack Frost can go away.
Yeah, do you want Jack Frost to go away?
Yeah.
But anyway, Santa getting ready for his big arrival. The countdown to Christmas is on the way. Hey, coming up in this podcast, Sue, we're going to talk about how you could have Big Macs on your doorstep. Maybe that's something you want for Christmas. I don't know.
Sure, why not?
We're going to talk about how McDonald's is now delivering right to your door. That's pretty wild. How about the little pantry? Also, Sue, we'll talk about Thanksgiving and a lot of turkey talk, Sue. And we'll revisit our visit with Murr from Impractical Jokers.
Oh, my goodness. He is so much fun.
And we'll find out about his latest project, how it's a little spooky, and it's no joke. But, yeah, a lot of fun. Thanks for joining us for our podcast. We want to wish everybody a very happy holiday season. And get ready, because our Making Miracles Radiothon is right around the corner. Mark your calendars for December 5th and 6th, because we need your help this year.
We sure do. It's the Making Miracles Radiothon happening in mid-December. We want you to help out the kids. You always do. You open up your hearts.
It's early December.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Not mid-December.
Early December.
Early December.
Yes.
December 5th and 6th, as I
Sorry,
mentioned.
that's right. Mhm.
Yeah, if you go mid-December, you're going to miss it. So be sure to join us. We need your help with this year's Shawn and Sue's Making Miracles Radiothon to help out Children's Miracle Network. Get details at WOBM.com. So my daughter, yesterday I was taking her to the airport. She was going out west to see her boyfriend out in Seattle. She couldn't have picked, her boyfriend's closer to Russia than he is to us.
Both of your kids
I know.
being on the West
getting
Coast.
as far away as they can from us, right?
What's that tell you? All right.
So she's flying, and part of the flight, I guess, because, Seattle's to the north, up in the northern Pacific there. They go over Canada. So they're flying over Canada. And she strikes up a conversation with the woman next to her. And the woman says, just making small talk. And,
sure.
One thing led to another. She's asking about her parents and so forth. And she said, what's her mother do? What's her father do? She says, oh, he's in radio. So the woman says, she says, I love my local radio station. She says, I listen to, they're called Shawn and Sue.
No, you're kidding.
No, she says,
You are kidding.
I listen to Shawn and Sue in the morning. And Erin says to me in a text, she says, I just start laughing. And the woman's looking at me like, what? And she's like, well, that's my dad. And she's like, what? She said, oh, my goodness. She said,
I love it.
She said, and your brother, I used to listen to him, too. He was on the air there. Zach was on there.
Funny.
And she said, yeah, that's my brother, Zach, And she says, how's he doing in California, And she's got all, so she said,
she knows our whole life.
They talked the whole way to Seattle. But isn't that funny? What a small world
wonderful.
We live in.
Do we know her name?
Erin didn't give me her name.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully she'll get in contact
her
with us.
Her son works for Microsoft, and he moved out to the Pacific Northwest.
Okay.
So he's out in Seattle. So she's sort of, in the same boat that we were. She's going out to visit her son.
We're the best listeners.
But isn't that something, though?
I love it.
Yeah. My daughter's boyfriend is into tech. So I said, I texted her back, I said, have her get, your boyfriend an interview with Microsoft.
That would be perfect.
We'll be back. We'll check news, traffic, and weather next.
That's
on
cool.
WOBM. 92.7 WOBM, Shawn and Sue, Tuesday morning, 7:39, 45 degrees. And I guess this is good news, Sue. If you don't even want to leave your house, you could have your Big Mac delivered right to your door.
Oh, my goodness. Did you see this now? It's through Uber Eats, Shawn.
Yes.
Uber Eats is a form, of course, Uber.
Yeah.
So if you have Uber and, and you have a certain thing, but you could sign up for Uber. Anyone can do this. And it will actually track your food for you. So basically what I did was I checked out the Ocean County McDonald's right here.
Yeah.
There are 11 Ocean County McDonald's that do delivery now through Uber Eats. That's crazy.
So what you do is you go on the app and you just order your Big Mac and they deliver it to your house?
Absolutely. Here's the deal. You have to go to UberEats.com. You put in the town you want.
Yeah.
And what McDonald's you want. There's several in Toms River, Bayville, Jackson, Lanoka Harbor, Manahawkin. Shawn, you can get yours delivered down there.
Well, I'm not in Manahawkin, so no.
No, but a little further.
Oh,
They'll
do they-
come.
do they have
I
it-
don't know.
Do they have it in Little Egg?
No, they don't have it in Little Leg. They have
Oh.
it in Manahawkin. That's what it looks like in
Okay.
Southern.
I don't know if they're traveling that far.
But it'll tell you the prices and it'll tell you how long it will take for your food to get there.
Is there a minimum charge? Like, can you just order? Like, if you wanted a Big Mac, or do you have to order? Is there like a
I
minimum
believe it's
of a $10?
$4.95
Okay.
minimum, believe it or not.
Okay, well, yeah, everything
the
is pretty
only
much
thing they will not deliver, can
Yeah.
you take a guess?
from McDonald's. Milkshakes.
Soft serve vanilla ice cream
Yeah,
cone.
okay, yeah, that's what I figured. Something could
Milkshakes
melt.
they'll deliver.
Okay, yeah, because they're in cups.
Not a problem.
Yeah, but the ice cream cones could be a disaster.
Yep, soft serve
All right,
if you're
you have-
getting delivery.
You have to go get those yourself.
But check it out at WOBM.com. I have all the lists of the McDonald's that use this. Why not? Deliver it to your
so
work
order
home.
us a couple Big Macs and we'll be all set.
Yeah.
92.7 WOBM. Shawn Michaels talking today with James Murray. That's right, from Impractical Jokers. And this is no joke. James Murray, along with Darren Wehrmuth, have put together a horror novel that is going to scare you.
He hung there, leaning against the door, tensing for the inevitable crash. Rocks pounded the glass, leaving white shatter marks. Thank God for protective glass. And then a length of rigid steel flipped from the cutter wheel, speared through the cabin's window like it was paper, and impaled itself into the part of his seat his shoulder would have been if the machine hadn't been tilted.
The book is entitled Awakened, and James S. Murray joins us to talk about it, and this is no joke. By the way, can I just call you Mur?
Yes, you can, sir.
How you doing, Mur? What's going on?
How's it going, man? Good morning.
This is a fantastic book. You know, over the weekend I was looking at it, checking it out, and I think that people are going to be pleasantly surprised. You have set out to actually scare people. And this is a serious horror book, and it's a really cool premise, especially for us living in our area, because here we are in Jersey, New York area. It's centered here. So tell us a little bit about this project that you did.
Well, the crazy thing is I wrote the book 14 years ago, long before Jokers. I spent a year of my life writing it. At the end of a year of writing this like fast-paced, action-packed, kind of page-turning thriller, I sent it out to publishers, and it got returned to me unopened by every single one because it was unsolicited. I had no representation. So it sat on my computer for 14 years. And then I sent the same exact book out last year to HarperCollins, and they bought the trilogy from me. How cool is that? And we hit number one on the international bestseller list.
Unbelievable. And I guess we've got more to come if you just sort of teased the fact this is going to be a trilogy. So for the premise, we're not going to give a lot away, but it centers around a subway system that I guess basically is linking New York City with Jersey. Is that how it's working?
Finally, yeah. Yeah, like the premise is this. In the near future, New York builds this new high-speed kind of subway train called the Z train. And underneath the East River, they build this gorgeous underwater visitors pavilion. It's like the hub where all the trains meet. The inaugural run of the train in the pavilion is the mayor, the president, press covering the event, and on the train itself is the mayor's wife and 100 lucky New Yorkers. When the train rolls into the underwater pavilion, all the passengers, including the mayor's wife, are missing. There's like a bloodied crimson handprint on the wall, and the windows are shattered outward. And what you come to learn in Awakened is that what's secretly going on underneath New York City is far more terrifying than anything you could ever imagine.
Wow. Now, when we listened to a little bit of the audio at the beginning, you're talking, I guess, as if you're at that particular point the conductor of the train or someone that's working on the train itself, and you guys still don't quite understand what's going on or what's happening. So I guess that you sort of take us through that perspective, if you will.
Yeah. Well, that's the book opens with a bang, if you will. It grabs you from the beginning, from the first page. It grabs you, and it's like watching an episode of the TV show 24. Like the best episode, if you remember that show.
Yeah.
It's just relentless. The pace it grabs you does not stop.
Now, we can't give it away, but something's been awakened underground. We'll find out, I guess, eventually what that is. So that's what we're dealing with here. Now, let me ask you, you did the audio version of the book. How is that? I mean, you wrote the book? Did you enjoy reading the book or performing the book?
Dude,
You know,
it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. It is such a different skill because you try. Here's a funny story where we almost made Sal read my book, my audio book, as a punishment on the TV show for him. You know, can you imagine? Because you have to sit in this booth that's like 3 foot, it's 2 foot by 2 foot, with headphones on. It's soundproof, so you feel like you're going insane. You know, it sounds like that, and you have to sit there for 5 days in a row for 8 hours a day reading the book. That's how long it takes.
Yeah,
and it sounds like a punishment for jokers. We almost made Sal do it.
That would have been good. Although I don't know. I think you were better off doing it. It's ironic because you have to change characters. Like you said, it's tough to do because 1 minute you're one person, maybe the next minute you're another person. 1 minute maybe you're scared, maybe you're mad. Like all these different, you kind of, when you read a book, you don't inflect in your head the way you have to when you're reading it for people to listen to audio-wise.
I know. And the crazy thing is, like, when we wrote the book, I like one of the characters is French. And I can't speak French, and I can't do a French accent. And I never thought about that when I wrote the book. But when I sat and read the audiobook, when it came to that character's voice, I sound like the candlestick from Beauty and the Beast, you know? It's ridiculous. But it's hysterical.
Well, there is some fun in the book, right? I mean, it's not just all scares. I mean, there are moments of some, lighthearted banter, right?
Yeah, I will tell you, the cool thing about selling it 14 years later is I was able to go back into the book and add in all sorts of secret Jokers references, like little Easter eggs for fans.
Yeah.
So when you read the book, you'll be like, oh my God, so there's a character named Larry. I did write Sal and Q into the book, like they're characters in the book. And Joe was a character, but I changed him. I changed his character in rewrites, so unfortunately he got cut. But if people ask, like, the guys in the book, and I would tell you that they are in the book, and I kill Sal on the first page. I'm kidding.
So for those Impractical Joker fans, you got to get the book because, like you said, there's little nuggets throughout it, when you're going through it. The book is available, Amazon.com, pretty much everywhere you can find hardbound books, correct?
Yep, and you go to awakenednovel.com to pick up a copy, or Amazon, Barnes & Noble, what have you. And book number 2, The Brink, comes out next June.
Now, let me ask you, has the book managed to make it into an upcoming episode of Jokers?
Yes, in some ways. They've started to work it into different episodes, and I'm amazed. They have. I'm sure at some point I'm going to be doing like a book signing or a book reading, and they're going to sabotage it. And make
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
Let me ask you real quick. Speaking of Jokers, worst punishment ever would it have to be? What?
Oh my God! It has to be. I don't know if you ever saw the Danica McKellar, the Winnie Cooper punishment.
The oiled down myrrh.
Oh my God! That was the most embarrassing moment of my life.
Yeah, Danica McKellar, the Wonder Years. They greased you down, put you in a thong, and made you have to actually sit there and have a legitimate conversation with her.
I never talk about a bad first impression.
And you loved her.
I'd eat her first of all. I was. Everybody loves her. I mean, she was like, if you were, in your 40s.
Yeah.
She was the bomb. From the 80s. That was it. She was my childhood crush.
And you didn't know.
And Alyssa Milano. Come on.
Yeah, but you didn't know Danica McKellar was going to pop up, and then all of a sudden here you are looking like you were, and then there she is, and then the rest is history.
I never imagined that the first time I met her, my nipples would be out.
Oh, come on.
That's cool. You don't have to do anymore.
That has been a dream come true to meet you in person.
I wish I could say the same.
And there you go.
Thank you so much.
I don't. Yeah, it's cool.
Hey, now, one of the scenes that we remember because it was local to us here, and we've broadcast from Monmouth Park before. There was an episode of Jokers in which you were selling, I guess it was hot dogs or pretzels or beer or something, but you would never give anybody back their change. You just took whatever they had if they paid for it. Were you running for your life at the end of that episode? Because it looked like you were.
Well, I was being chased. Of course I was running for my life. I was literally being chased by people. You know, go figure. People lose it when you don't give them like $2 back.
I know. Somebody bought a hot dog for $1 and they gave you a 20 and you just said thank you and on you went. But
yeah, that was my tip. That was Monmouth Racetrack. That's right.
She got her husband and the whole family's walking toward you. Anybody need anything? Go, 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 go. Step on it. Step on it. Go, go.
Yep. Now, let me ask you real quick as we wrap up. We're talking with James Murray about his new book, Awaken, but we're talking a little bit about Impractical Jokers. I'm going to give you the 3 cast members' name. If you could give me a quick, summary that you would say of each. Okay. Q.
Charming devil.
Joe.
Fearless, no shame.
Okay. Sal.
Adorable Latino.
Is Sal the biggest diva?
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're all. I don't think so. Yes.
At home, we are all under the impression that Sal is the biggest diva amongst the Jokers, but that's just us at home.
Well, we're all crazy. We're all neurotic.
And
the show makes us that way. I have no idea if this is even a real interview. I feel like it could be a prank of the show. Get me, because they made me wake up early. I'm in a different time zone than the East Coast right now.
I'll be honest with you. When they first pitched me this, I thought possibly I was being set up for an episode of Jokers, which I would have loved. But, there you go.
You never know.
James Murray, better known as Practical Jokers. This book, though, seriously, is great horror reading. If you're looking for a great scare, it is a fantastic book. Get it. It's entitled Awakened. And once again, that website to go to, Murr?
Go to awakensnovel.com or anywhere books are sold, like Amazon, Barnes & Noble.
There you go. We'll let you get back to sleep. Murr, thanks for the laughs on TV. Thanks for the scares in this book.
You got it, bud. Thank you so much.
Take care. There he is, James Murray, and he's with us from Impractical Jokers with WOBM.
The cabin bucked hard. His handheld radio hit the ceiling and shattered into pieces. A booming crunch came from the axle area, and finally, the machine juddered to a halt. Shouts echoed in the distance. Grady grasped the still swinging emergency cord and ripped it down. An air horn blasted, alerting workers of a tunnel collapse.
I love my mommy!
92.7 WOBM, Shawn and Sue, 738, right now 36 degrees. A great story. I found this to be, giving back to the community, especially at the holidays, always such a great thing. We always hear about how during the winter, folks, in need of food and helping your neighbors. And what we came across over the weekend was what is called the Little Pantry.
Okay.
And these are little tiny pantry boxes which have been set up. It was the work of Eagle Scout Parker Petty. All right, his dad and fellow Eagle Scouts built these little tiny pantries.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
throughout the town?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Oh, that's cute.
And what it is, folks can go and put non-perishable food items into the little pantry, and then if you're in need of emergency food, you can go to the little pantry
and take one out
and take out what you need. What a great story. Young folks coming together to help out, to give back to the community. And
Are there several?
Yes.
Or what is the deal? Where
there
are they?
There are several. And they're very nice. If you go to our website, you'll see pictures of the little pantry. And they really put together these boxes that are very attractive. And I think this is something that should be in every town. I really do. Now, there are several that are out there. They're in Stafford Township, in Heritage Park, in Beach Avenue Park, the Bay Avenue Community Center, and they have plans to install one in Ocean Acres as soon as they come up with a location.
Oh, wow.
And they are open year-round, and folks can go there, and they ask that you if you want to donate, you can leave. And we went down and we made some donations.
Sure.
We put some canned goods in, and they're really, really neat. And I think that they're very attractive-looking boxes as well. So it's something I think that it's just very touching to see this in a community. And for those who are in need of emergency food.
Let's try to get this throughout Ocean County.
Yeah, wouldn't this be something if you had these in every municipality?
Yeah.
But go to our website at WOBM.com.
And it's not just this time of year.
No.
It's all year
And these are
long.
open all year round. And they just say, if you want, just make sure they're non-perishables. Make sure you check expiration dates. And, you put it in.
I love this.
It's not a huge pantry. It's a small little emergency pantry. But they're in various locations in Stafford Township and Manahawkin.
Sort of like those little book places that you see.
You see the little libraries now.
The little libraries where you can take a book, leave a book.
Yeah.
This is so great.
Yeah, this is really a neat
this.
idea. They're very nice. They were put together very nicely, and I think that this is something every town could benefit from. And from the feedback we're seeing on social media, everyone's in agreement. Wow, this is a great idea.
Huge, yeah.
And it's
think
just
it's
something
great.
that every town maybe should have. Check it out. The story is at WOBM.com. It's the little pantry with a big heart.
Magnificent.
And we want to thank the Eagle Scouts there in Manahawkin for putting this together. What a great story. Just in time for the holidays. You can check it out at WOBM.com. 92.7 WOBM, Shawn and Sue. It's 8:28, 36 degrees. We were talking earlier, Sue, about the little pantry and this new idea of putting up these little pantry boxes for emergency food supplies for folks in need. And some folks wrote in this morning on social media. Jerry wrote in to say that there is a little pantry set up in Monmouth County at the First Baptist Church in Manasquan. Now, Debbie wrote in, she said she's so happy to see this being talked about. She said that it is in such high demand. She said that the First Baptist Church little pantry is looking for different things. And she said a lot of it is like pasta, jarred sauce, cereal, tuna, beans, and rice. She said a lot of stuff's available at a Dollar Tree. So she said, help out with the little pantry there in Monmouth County. And, maybe we'll see more of these pop up. But folks are talking about saying how this is a nice thing.
I love it.
What I like about it, it's there. It's 24/7. Folks can go right up. You can drop off, on your way about your business, real quickly. And, it helps people out. That's the bottom line. And
you bet.
it's there in an emergency. Because, what happens if, it's, either early or late and you can't get to, one of the bigger pantries who do have hours, obviously, and you need just something for the kids. It's there for them. So check out the story. It's on social media. It's on our Facebook and at WOBM.com. 92.7 WOBM, Shawn and Sue on a brand new Thursday morning with Madonna, 629, 33 degrees. So I mentioned the stink earlier, Sue.
Okay.
I'm driving down the parkway, and you know how it is when you drive into that skunk cloud? And it's amazing how...
Oh, yes.
How smelly those creatures are, because when you think about it, here you are out in the middle of the open air, driving that fast, wind is blowing, you're going 60, 70 miles an hour, and yet still that smell is so pungent that it stays with you.
You can always smell it.
And it's just, oh, my goodness, it just enveloped the car. It was like, those cartoons where, you see the big gas bubble, like, and the cartoon character goes into the big gas fog.
Sure.
And it was just like, oh, my goodness. I never saw a skunk. I don't know where the skunk was. I didn't hit the skunk.
Thank goodness.
But
can you imagine that?
Definitely drove through his after effects or whatever was going on there. And
skunks are amazing. You can smell them for miles.
Now, I've never been sprayed for real by a skunk. Have you ever been sprayed
or
for real?
Or our dogs, thank goodness.
Yeah, no, I haven't. Yeah, I haven't been sprayed. I saw a skunk by our house not that long ago. Sort of let him just do his thing.
Yeah, don't bother him.
But today I happened to drive through quite the skunk bubble.
But they make wonderful pets.
Well,
by the way, if you take out
smelled
the de-sprayer. They make great pets. I don't know if I have ever petted a skunk. Or pet a skunk. I don't know.
Remember we had the skunk with us out at Hershey Park. Remember?
Yes.
Of course, it was an unscented skunk.
It was precious.
They had given it the little thing that they do.
It was cute.
But anyway.
They're always welcome in if they take out the de-stink. Take out the stink part. You're welcome into my house.
Basically, that's what I say to everybody. We'll be back. We'll take a look at news, traffic, and weather next.
Shower first.
WOBM. WOBM, good morning. We're playing the morning coffee contest with Shawn and Sue. Who do we have with us?
Debbie.
Debbie, what town are you from?
South Towns River.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
All right, Deb, what do you think? What movie?
What's this? A piece of toast?
Was that Charlie Brown?
Charlie Brown what?
Christmas Story?
No, I'm sorry.
no.
Not that. WOBM, good morning. What movie is that scene from?
Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
You got
Yes.
it. What is your name?
Janet.
What town are you from, Janet?
Lakewood.
Well, congratulations.
Yay, Janet.
Thanks for joining us in Lakewood. You're a winner. You're going to the Arts Center to see the big holiday light spectacular. And Sue, it was Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And of course,
Wednesday night on ABC, it'll be on.
Peppermint Patty not too happy about the jelly beans and toast. More chances to win coming up. We've got, of course, Sue, that Christmas cash. It's back. Keep listening for more details with WOBM.
I'm on Sudafed, so I think I'm. Ooh.
What?
Because I'm very stuffy. I have a little cold going on.
Yeah.
So I mean, is this why it's behind the counter so Sue Mall can't get it? How annoying, by the way, is that when you go into this drugstore and you can't get Sudafed?
I don't know.
Wallfed, actually. It's
what?
the Wallfed, Walgreens brand. That's what I'm taking. Wallfed D.
Mm-hmm.
But it really helps. It clears me out pretty nicely.
And that's what's making you loopy.
I think so. I think it's making me very a little bit more hyper than usual. For 20s, Black Friday, not quite as windy. Highs into the 30s.
Right now we're at 31 in Toms River. Nancy's with us. And Nancy,
Sunshine, though.
What do you think? Would you rather be in shorts on Thanksgiving Day or would you rather have a scarf on?
Could you not have something in between?
Nothing in between.
Frigid
No.
cold
No.
and a bathing suit?
Yeah. No, it's either bathing suit or a scarf.
I'm
What do
going
you
with
want?
the bathing suit.
All right.
I guess I'm in the wrong place. I always was.
No. I don't. I like the idea that it's a kind of brisk, but brisk is not what we're getting on Thanksgiving.
You have
No,
no
it's gonna be
choice.
We're getting like
cold.
sub-zero.
Well, it's not going to be that.
Yeah.
That's
I love
not-
Nancy.
Nancy, getting a little,
Sub-zero.
Nancy,
No,
getting a little,
it's true.
a little dramatic
No,
there.
going
you
to
tell
feel
me.
very
You
cold.
tell me. Well, in fact, in certain areas, it will be single digits for Thanksgiving night.
Because of the wind.
Yeah. Where,
definitely.
Alaska?
Here.
No,
Here
it
it says
it's gotta
it's
be-
single digits.
it's-
It may dip into it.
At night with wind chills.
And then into the teens
All right,
all day
you
tomorrow.
two.
That's
All right,
crazy.
there's no winning with you ladies. All right,
No.
listen, enjoy your Thanksgiving
I'll
no
be
matter
hiking.
what the
I'll be
temperature.
out with
Yes.
the family, the whole thing.
You will
But
feel
I will also do
invigorated.
not want to be uncomfortable to that
Yeah.
degree.
You know what happens when it's real cold? Your
What happens,
snots
Sue?
like freeze to
Oh,
your
geez,
nose.
here we
You
go.
feel that. Right, Nance?
That's not what I want to discuss
All
on
right.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, thanks, Sue.
We're not at Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving Eve.
Oh, well, let's bring that up then.
Yeah.
Nancy, are you ready for turkey?
Can I honestly
All right,
say, Sue,
let's
there
go.
is no real good time for you to mention your snot. I'm just
For
saying.
goodness sake.
I'm just saying.
I've been a little extra this week too, Nance, because I've been,
Oh,
having
Once
a little
again, we're
cold.
still talking about
All
it.
Yeah,
right,
still
sorry,
talking about
Nance.
Sue's snot. Sorry, folks.
So attractive.
Why am I always apologizing?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
All right.
now I am too.
Out
All right.
to the highways we go. Nancy Remy's in. In all seriousness, warm up that car. It's a little chilly out there today.
It is brisk for now, and we're faring.
Thanks for listening to Shawn and Sue's podcast on 92.7 WOBM. For more details, go to WOBM.com.